Hey everybody, welcome to a bonus episode of Flicker Effect. This episode is going to be me, Michelle Hillard, and I'm here with a friend of mine, and we'll introduce in a second, but just so you know, this episode is focusing on the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Woot woot.
The pronunciation is amazing. I'm so impressed with you right now.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my friend Deirdre Wynn. Deirdre, please say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
And jumping in every now and then, basically being supervisor, is everybody's friend, David Lott.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out along for the ride.
It's like you're a little supervisor producer.
I'm a producer from a distance.
Producer from a distance. So anyways, this episode is just basically, I decided, because I'm such a big Olympics nerd, that I wanted to just kind of chit chat on my thoughts thus far into the Olympics. So today is Tuesday, February the 13th, 2018. And I probably should have said that earlier, but yeah. So we're a few days in, and yeah, I just kind of have random thoughts right now on this Olympics. And I kind of wanted to go over a few of the things I've been thinking on and off, and just wanted to share. And please, I want everybody to, if you feel like you want to comment or write in, please do so. You know where to find everything. It's everywhere. We have our own website, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're on Google Play. We're on everything. So look us up, write in some comments. Let us know what you think. But I guess we'll just jump into this.
Let's do it.
How about those opening ceremonies, Deirdre?
Can I say I was tearing up a little bit?
Were you?
I was a little emotional. I get that.
Oh, what got you this
when
year?
When the USA came in, and you're just like, it's like it quells up in you. Yeah,
because you're a big Olympics nerd like me.
I'm huge.
Right, we're geeky about this. We have issues.
Completely. I think it's okay if you own up to it.
And I feel like a few years ago, because you and I used to work together, a few years ago, we actually, I feel like there were days that we called off, and we would kind of cover for each other, like, oh yeah, man, she was kind of rough last night. Yeah, I'm not shocked you called out, knowing full well you basically were on the couch eating junk food, watching whatever your sport is. I can't remember if this was the summer one year. I think it was the summer Olympics.
I think it was the summer. Legit, I was on my couch in my pajamas eating cereal, watching the Olympics.
Right. Like we would, if one called out, the other would kind of be like, oh yeah, man, she didn't look so good last night. She was saying, yeah. Just to back up the call out, because we're just that sad.
Now, that being said, I still work there. So don't bust.
But I don't think we've done that since. I think it was just one summer.
I had planned on doing it, next week, but okay, maybe not now.
No, it's fine. There's a flu going around. It's fine.
It's flu season.
Anyways, so you got a little teary-eyed.
I did. I'm thinking, am I PMSing? No, it's full on just the emotion of, you just think about all the hard work that leads up to that moment, and everybody coming together.
Yeah, no, it's emotional, because if you think about it, these people have been training since really the moment they can walk. Yeah. To get to this point in their career, in their athleticism. This is a goal they've had since they can remembering. And if you think about how much hard work goes into it, it kind of gets you a little bit here and there. And
it's the sacrifice too. It's not just them, it's their families.
Oh, totally. Yeah, everything. Because it takes a village and a community to really get around somebody to assist them to get to this level. But it's crazy. So I don't know.
And it's stupid expensive to get to the Olympics.
It's crazy expensive to get to the Olympics. And what's funny is not only is the United States, not surprisingly, the country with the most athletes this year.
It's like 242.
242. It is the most athletes any country's had ever in any Winter Olympics ever.
See, now I've got the chills.
That's how USA reps right there. Woo woo. Go USA.
Yes.
Woo. So not surprising for me, I was kind of looking forward to our veterans, our Shaun Whites, a couple of other skiers that now my brain just totally blanked on. But then I'm also looking at the new kids. I was excited to kind of see them, fresh faces. Yeah. We have a ridiculous amount of, and I'm not kidding, 17-year-olds.
Yes.
There's 4 17-year-olds on the U.S. team. They're not I'm not making up a number. They're 17.
Yeah. When I was 17, I was just worried about, getting money to go to Taco Bell.
Right. And they're busting out gold medals here.
They're like Olympic medalists.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, that's happening.
No, so you mentioned Shaun White. How old is he? Is he one of the oldest people competing?
He's not. There's a gentleman who is 39 years old, and he's officially the oldest one.
Hockey player, right?
Yeah, he's the hockey player. Yep. And then I think the second oldest is a cross country skier, and he's cross country skiing and biathlete, I think. Or was it just biathlete? Anyways. So yeah, no. And it makes me sad to be like, the oldest one's 39. Oh, God.
Oh, what have I done with my life?
Right. But yeah, Shaun White is, let's see, his debut, he was 16 or 17 back in 06, I'm going to say. So he's still fresh in his 20s. Okay. Like, he's a baby.
So he can still be, this won't be his last one. We'll see him again.
I don't know, because this is his third Olympics, fourth Winter Olympics. I don't know. We'll see. The downside to snowboarding is I feel like it is a young man's competition. Yes. for sure.
It's got to wear on your knees for sure.
Everything, your core, your spine, your knees, your ankles, everything.
But it was good to see him.
Yeah. Actually, he's competing tonight. Tonight he's in the finals. It's going to be airing soon, so we don't have any stats on where he is yet on the gold count. But I don't know. For me, I think Opening Ceremonies, I thought it was nice. I will say I feel like it was kind of one of the most lackluster ones on certain aspects.
Right.
And yet technically, the technical level that was executed for this one was really high. Like, there was a lot of technology happening. Mm-hmm. And so part of me was like, oh, it's kind of not that exciting. But so I'm watching going, wow, there's a lot of computers and I don't know. Just
and there's like a storyline with the kids and
it was cute, you know, but it was, I don't know, it's kind of meh. But, you know, like I do like watching the Parade of Nations, and you get the Tongan flag bearer.
Okay, can we just take a moment? He was so shiny, and it must have been freezing.
They oiled him up hard.
They greased him up. You could fry a pork chop on his abs. I'm just saying that could have happened.
It was oily, but at the same time, it was okay. I wasn't hating on it. Like, I'm like, I feel so bad that you're freezing literally your nipples off right now.
And it's all for our enjoyment.
It is.
And it's okay.
So I saw him do an interview the next day with NBC, and he was just saying, you know, like, he gets excited and he gets in the spirit, and they only have so many people in his country representing, and he wants the enthusiasm to carry through in all aspects throughout the entire Olympics.
Right.
And he was like, if I have just a moment to help get everybody that more jazzed up about everything, he's like, I'll do what I gotta do. He was like,
I'll go shirtless and he's like, grease me up.
He was like, I'm down with it. He doesn't,
I love it.
He thinks it's fun, and he's like, if people thinks it's kind of sexist, he's like, like, I'm doing it, and I'm willingly doing it, so I'm fine with it. Like, don't think that it's a weird thing. Like, he's down with it. So I'm like, that's amen. I hope to see you every Olympics.
That's the Olympic spirit.
That's what I'm saying. He's taking one for his country. He's doing it for his country.
Now, it was really interesting to me too how the order that people came out in, that the different countries came out, because it's by their alphabet.
Yes, it's by the host country alphabet. And you know, I think kind of we get spoiled in the U.S., and then we had the Summer Olympics in Great Britain the one year, so we kind of know what's happening. But I think the one year that really threw me off was when it was in Greece, the one summer.
Yes.
I was like, hello. Like, I mean, talk about countries just all over the freaking board. But this one kind of, it was kind of interesting. So it didn't even took me a minute. I was like, wait, what's happened? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Alphabetical order by the host country's alphabet.
What country is it that they have the bobsled team, the girl bobsled team?
Well, there's...
Is it Nigeria?
Two big ones. There's the Nigerians, who... And it's funny, because a lot of the girls, you know, went to school here in America.
Yes.
So they basically consider themselves Americans, and they are, but they're also Nigerians.
Right.
So it worked out that they were able to do this, and they're big sprinters. They were huge sprinters in college, I guess, is where they all kind of teamed up together initially, you know, how many moons ago. And then they decided, they're like, no, let's do this. Let's make a bobsled team. So the women's Nigerian bobsled team, and then the women's Jamaican bobsled team.
Yeah, I'm so into it. I can't even tell you.
Yes, I'm excited for bobsled.
Yes,
like bring it. And I will say that because I feel like I watch the single person bobsled. I'm kind of like, It's almost not a bobsled. What is it called? It's just it's just the single person bobsled. I'm like, and I can't even watch skeleton. Like throwing your head face first on the ice just freaks me out.
No, I can't do it.
I can't watch that one.
Can't. It's too much.
I try it. No,
it makes me nervous.
It does. All I think is your face is literally gliding right above. Like,
yes,
just not even like inches. Like it is fractions of inches above the ice. I can't even it stresses me out.
Yeah, it's too much. It's not enjoyable. I
cannot even imagine what would happen if they even slightly crashed.
Yeah,
like it petrifies me. And they're wearing full face helmets, and I still can't even watch it. I'm like, I don't know. Let's do that.
That's one of the ones. Just catch me up later. Tell me who won. No. I can't watch it though.
It's too crazy. Yeah. But give me a team bobsled
any day. And am I wrong for thinking about Cool Runnings? Am I wrong for
every Winter Olympics? It's like you can't. How can you not? Like you start doing like weird little chants. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Watch out now! It's bobsled time.
You went there. I love it.
Yeah. I even do the ein. Yeah. Zwei. Drei. Like whenever I see like the Germans or the Austrians, I'm like, ein. Like I get into it. It's weird. So,
yeah. So, and then to see the countries that don't have so many people representing.
Did you see really cool. Iran?
Yeah.
And the Iranian flag bearer. And I was like, woman, you go, girl. Like she was tearing up hard, but she was holding it back.
Yeah.
She I don't know how she kept it in, because she's like, not only am I a woman representing a sport for a country that doesn't really like this, the fact that I even do what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm the flag bearer for this country. I was like, like girl power. I was
absolutely.
I don't know. It got that. I will say that moment actually kind of got me a little choked up watching her come in. I was like, yeah, girl, you own this moment. You enjoy it.
Yes.
And then when you get back to your country, you tell them all to just suck it.
Although she can't. So.
She can't. I know.
Inside she will.
Inside she's just going to walk. She'll be able, she'll be able to walk around with her head a little bit higher when she gets back. No matter how she performs in her sport.
Absolutely.
She will be able to walk around with her head a little bit higher, I think. Just knowing like, I competed for my country, even though my country doesn't even back me that much on what I'm doing. Like, I know I did the best I could.
Yeah. It's
like,
the opening ceremony. It's an emotional thing.
It is. The ceremonies. But yeah, so thus far, there's been some stuff. So there's definitely been some snowboarding. There's been some figure skating. There's been some drama in figure skating. And you know what? I'm not watching figure skating the way I used to when I was a little girl. It just doesn't capture me the way it used to back in the 80s and the 90s. It just doesn't do it. So I've not been into it as much. Have you been watching figure skating?
Yes, Adam.
Okay, you're gonna have to update me then, because I'm behind on the figure skating.
Okay, so we have this little cutie patootie, Adam Rippon.
Yes, I have heard that name. I've heard.
Okay, so we know I'm a tad a little emotional when it comes to things. He did his thing, and when they interviewed him, he's just very. I mean, obviously he's openly gay, but he just was so confident and came out, did his thing, and amazing, flawless.
And he wound up getting silver.
He ended up getting silver because I think one of the triple axles he touched his foot down, and that's like 2 points or something like that.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
But just beautiful. And he talked about how his mom was so supportive and how, she got him to this point. And it's just like, I want you in a Wheaties box right now.
Aw. I mean, that's another thing. I look forward to seeing these athletes, get on Wheaties boxes.
Yeah.
And
there are a couple of, for the figure skating, there are a couple couples that are actually, like, they're real life couples. They're either married or they're dating, which is cute to me.
And I think tonight is actually the first night of couples. I think it's short program is tonight. So yeah, tonight's a pretty big night. It's a couples short program for figure skating, and then Shaun White takes the finals for freestyle.
Nice.
Out on the pipe. Trying to think what else has happened that I've been like, yeah. Oh, so women's ice hockey. Hello.
Yes.
USA.
Yes.
Doing well. We're definitely heading into the semis, and life is good. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I like knowing that we have women that play hockey to such a level that basically would make professionals scared. I'm like, that's right. That's right, boys.
I do want to mention something that I'm so curious about, and I want to know what your thoughts are on it. What the heck is curling? I tried. Now, like what I do for a living, and I talked to a client who is actually from Canada, and I asked him about it because I feel like it's a big thing in Canada. He didn't really know either. He's like, yeah, I don't get it either. It's like a sport that happened because like a couple of frat boys ran out of solo cups for beer pong, and they just came up with that. Like there's brooms, and there's weird. Like a stone that you have to like get to once. I don't get it. I tried. I really did try with curling. I can't get into it.
I've tried the whole watching curling a few times, and I tried again this year. I feel like every year I try. Ooh, Joey Manta's racing tonight on the speed skating. Sorry, we also are watching the Olympics because heaven forbid I missed like a minute of this thing. But anyways, Joey Manta, yeah. Curling is intriguing. It's like I kind of, in a weird way, I almost want to kind of like it. Like I
want to, and I try to. I can't get into it.
Appreciate it, and I don't hate on it, but I want to at least try to appreciate it for what it is. And I'm like, okay. So the other day I'm watching. I know the other day I was watching. I guess what's new to the Olympics is the mixed doubles curling this year. So USA had a brother-sister team. So I was watching them, and they were going up against, not the Netherlands, but I think Sweden or Norway. And I'm trying to understand how the whole thing is scored. I'm trying to watch it, and I still don't really understand. But it's like, it's funny because there was a meme that I saw yesterday, and it literally captured how I felt when I first started watching this. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? They're sweeping a broom down the ice with a big stone, and I'm watching it, and then like the first like couple minutes you're just going, what am I doing? And then 15 minutes later you're like, come on, you can get it to the center of thingamajig. yeah. Oh, hey, that wasn't so bad. An hour into it, you're like, oh, come on, get it into the button. Move it to the button. You got to get it, otherwise you're going to lose the point. You swept too hard. And then by, the end of like whatever the run is, you're just yelling, sweep, motherfucker, sweep. Do this thing. Like you're super into it. And that kind of started happening. I was watching it and I just slowly kind of got into it. And I'm like, yeah, sweep, baby, sweep. Get it. Yeah, get it in the button.
Was there alcohol involved while you were?
No, because it was like 2 in the afternoon. Okay. So after a while, you kind of get into it. Yeah, I was kind of trying to get into it, and so I kind of appreciate it. I learned that it was a sport that was created in Scotland. So,
we have to thank them for that.
Lovely people who came up with golf came up with curling. So they just basically love games where you self-loathe yourself. Basically. The stones are actually the only legit curling stones are stones that come from one island off of the coast of Scotland, and it's the only
that's their export.
It's their thing.
Curling stones.
But they came up with all the rules, everything. So it's, I don't know. I can't hate on it. I kind of appreciate it for what it is. I now think I understand kind of the challenge because it's just such a mixture between bocce ball and on ice, basically. I don't know.
And that sounds awful. That sounds terrible.
I mean, I'm not saying I can watch it all the time, but it definitely was like, I'd like to try to appreciate this sport a little bit more because I don't want to just give the hate to it. But
right.
Do you guys feel like, okay, so this conversation you're having about curling, I feel like is the same conversation that I think everyone has been having for a few Winter Olympics now.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's ever going to get to a point where we all just accept it?
No.
I don't think so.
It continuously bewilders me, and I want to give up on it.
I think it's like yours that we fight to get bowling into the Summer Olympics, and we don't go, why? And it comes in for like one Summer Olympic, and then it backs back out, and then it comes back in. Like, people rally around it, and I'm like, why do we keep bringing bowling back? Because we keep it in, then we kick it out. Kick it in, kick it out.
Well, because bowling is also one of those things where it's like, is it really a sport? Do you have to be like physically fit to do it? Do you have to train to do it? No, you could just, that's something you do for fun. It shouldn't be a sport.
It's just one of those events that I think we're just going to keep questioning, unfortunately. It's just, I don't know. And I think because the rules are kind of convoluted. They're not so straight and up front. And I'm not saying like every sport has really clear, straight up front rules, but it's like when you watch soccer, you're like, okay, the object of this game is to get that ball into the goal line.
Well, I think curling rules are pretty straight and up front. It's just no one knows what they are. I mean, I think it's got pretty specific rules, but not that I could explain it to you right now, but
all I know is the center is called the button. I've learned this much.
I'm impressed by it, though.
I just
that
know
went that
it's
far.
the button, and I know basically your goal is to try to get as many of your stones in it and as close to the button as you possibly can without the other team basically knocking them out or getting in closer. That's all I've caught on to. But no, I think we're just going to hate on this poor sport for a long, long time.
Yes.
All right.
Unfortunately.
I was just curious.
I will
What
feel
do you
like I
think-
will never get my time back after watching even one.
Do I think what?
Do you think that it's going to catch on eventually?
I don't know.
I mean, it's centuries. How old is it? This isn't anything new.
Apparently fairly old.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been in the Winter Olympics very long, right? How long has it been?
Oh, I would say early 2000s. Maybe 98, 96, 98, 98. Yeah.
I mean, do I think it'll ever... I don't know. In the U.S., I don't know if it'll ever get to the point where we just all go, yep, that's curling. We all know what curling is. Like, it feels like it's always going to be the game/sport that is always just going to kind of get made fun of, no matter how long it's been around, no matter how much everyone actually finally does begin to understand it.
Right.
Or people, I think, will just refuse to, I don't want to understand it. Like,
I'm going to put hands up. That's me. Put me in that box.
you know what? You don't want to understand.
I tried. I don't care.
Do you guys just look at it as like the Northerners game? I'm like, that's what the Northerners do.
Yeah. It's like real far north, though. Like, I don't think anybody...
Right. Like, I'm like, all right, Wisconsin, represent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think the reason it can be interesting to watch is, 'cause it sounds like the same reason it was probably interesting for you to watch, Michelle, for a while, is that you're trying to figure it out.
That's literally, I think, why I was watching.
It turns into a game for yourself. Like, I'm going to just watch this without reading. I mean, you could easily just Google how to play this game, and boom, you'd be done in 10 minutes. But you know what? Maybe I'll just watch it and see if I can figure it out on my own. And you never really do.
And then, can I please have a glass of wine or two while I... Because that
I
would
bet
help.
you could make a fun drinking game out of it, though.
Game out of it.
I
Yes.
bet you could, while you're watching it, get your beers, get your friends out, and be like, all right, guys, look. Every time they knock it out to the left, I don't know.
So, right, who excels in curling? Like, who's like the country to watch for curling? Who's like curling masters?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I'd have to look
I feel
it
like it's
up.
like Canada, probably.
I'd have to look it up. Let's see. Curling. Oh, there's curling's happening right now. It's live. Let's see. Canada. Canada wins first ever mixed doubles. So that's who won
Yeah.
the mixed doubles.
I
Go
figured.
Canada.
Yeah.
I can't say that
Quinnock.
I mean, that's not that surprising to me. I don't know. All I could think is it's got to be like Canadians or like the Swedes or
Norway,
all I think is just,
like those type of...
yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
a Summer Olympics version of curling? I mean, I know you guys were talking about bowling, but
Like a sport in the Summer Olympics, everybody kind of goes, why the hell
Yeah,
is
I
it here?
can't think of
Shuffleboard.
one.
Is it shuffleboard?
The shuffleboard in the Olympics? I mean, it should be
No.
if curling is.
I'm right.
I'm writing a petition
kind of-
right now.
Yeah.
We got to
No,
get
Put
bocce
it
ball
in.
in the Olympics.
Bocce ball and shuffle.
bocce ball, I think, has actually been in the Summer Olympics before. I'm absolutely kidding you not. I think it's actually been in the Summer Olympics.
Who decides that? There's
The
like a
Olympic
committee.
Committee. You can literally, if there's enough of a desire for it, if enough legions can come together from around the world and they can go, well, we have a really amazing team, we have an
And
amazing
it's
team, and
legitimate.
you can legitimately sit there and
Yeah.
say, we can literally create enough hype for this to last, whatever your sport is, 2 days of competition, or actually rounds of competition, the way kind of like, soccer or hockey work, where you're having to go in and play every day a little bit, and you're slowly wheeling it down into a bracket. I think if they come together and they petition enough, it can be done. Because, I mean, there's been sports that come in and come out all the time. Like I said, like
Darts.
That's a new big thing. I don't know what that's about. Darts is like the new
Darts?
cool. Yes. Have you seen the commercials on BBC America for darts?
Oh, yeah. No, I see that all the time. But what about darts? Like, I missed it. Did you say it's
Like,
an
could
Olympic
this
sport?
happen? Well, I could see people petitioning it for, I don't think for the next summer ones, but I could see the one after that, because now we're getting close to the wire for the summer ones coming up. But,
I'm trying to look up summer.
like, what's the one sport? All I can think is bowling. They brought golf back last summer. Olympics.
Trampoline.
That's a newer one, and that one is the dumbest thing to watch. I've never seen anything dumber in my life.
What?
And I'm saying that, and I kind of understand some of the athleticism that goes into it, but at the same time, I'm like, you can only do so many flips and curls in the air of a trampoline. Like, really?
It's not a sport. That's something for kids. Something for kids to do in the backyard. It's not. We're not turning that into.
It's for training for real gymnasts.
Yes. Yeah.
Am I pronouncing it correct? Dressage.
Dressage. Oh, do you know what that is?
Well, I see somebody on the horse.
Yes. So dressage comes from Austria. Initially, it was something where you train your horses to do a dance. And it was performed in front of kings and queens, and it would be something that you would do during the day, and in the evening you would go back to the palaces and you would have balls. But it was a huge thing, and dressage is actually pretty popular, pretty famous. It's been around for centuries.
Yeah, it just strikes me as an odd
It is odd.
I'm not saying I love it. I'm just saying I know what it is, and I get it. And there is definitely training for the human and training for the horse.
And then the last thing I'll say on the subject, just because I was trying to search for weird summer Olympic sports, is being reminded that, because the last one was Rio, right?
Rio
watching handball that summer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. Like,
sweet so Jesus. Watching paint dry so boring.
She'd be hacky sack in the Olympics.
Like, oh.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that's been petitioned before.
Yeah, I could totally see that.
I'm not surprised. I feel like everything's probably been petitioned at some
sure
point.
Everything at some point has been petitioned to have put in.
If we can get podcasting in the Olympics, we're in.
Most entertaining podcast.
Question for you.
Okay.
Out of all the Winter Olympic sports, which one, like, let's say you can go back in time and Mrs. Hillard say, okay, Michelle, I'm going to put you in something. What would you want to excel in? Like, what would you want to...
It's funny you asked this because I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, God dang it. These are two things that I absolutely used to love. And I feel like if I had trained myself starting around the time I was doing it in high school, I probably could have done this. And it's biathlon. It's a mixture of short cross-country skiing and shooting. And it's one of those things, like, I actually really kind of enjoy cross-country skiing. And I used to shoot with my dad. Like, I used to shoot rifles and stuff like that. And it's one of those things I'm like, if I had ever gotten into something in high school and started training for that, and I could have, because we had a huge ski resort where I grew up at. So I'm like, I could have trained for that. Like, I was watching the other day, I'm like, I've always been interested in sport. Like, I will almost always watch it. Like, every Winter Olympics, I'm like, I'm watching this. And I was like, damn it. If I turn back time, turn back time to when I was about 14 and start pushing myself, that'd probably be the one I would do. It's as crazy as that kind of sounds. It's just something I've always kind of liked.
Interesting.
I know, random, right? Those people are like, I want to be a figure skater. I want to snowboard.
Well, for the outfits, of course.
Right. But I'm like, no, I wanted to be, I could probably, I wish I could have become a biathlete.
That's awesome.
How about you?
Winter sports? It's figure skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a nice princess.
Why not?
Yeah, you get to wear cute costumes.
Well, everything else just looks so exhausting.
Well, figure skating is exhausting too.
You're gonna say that doesn't look exhausting?
Yeah, but you're only on the rink for 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, but you're
cross country skiing. I was watching it the other day and I got tired. I was breaking a sweat just watching.
No, and you know what? It's funny because cross country skiing is one of the toughest sports. Actually,
it looks so hard.
I think next is the speed skating on ice. Next to speed skating, it's actually one of the hardest. When they say that the lactic acid that builds up in your body from doing that is off the chart.
Yes.
It's between that and the speed skating, they're the two that have the worst. Like, you finish a race and basically your body is just completely shuts down on you. But again, that's training. That's what you do for your love.
Yeah. Plus, ice skating, when you're done, they throw flowers at you.
And teddy bears.
That's dope.
You get teddy bears and flowers.
Yeah. It's the adoration.
Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have little girls adoring you. Yeah, I get that. So let's see. Yeah, what would you, if you could do any Winter Olympic sport, what would it be?
If I could go back and try to tell myself as a kid, you should learn this Olympic sport. Winter, huh? I mean, it's funny you asked that, and we're watching snowboarding right now here on the TV.
Yeah, we're watching the freestyle pipe, which actually Sean White's going to get on in a little bit. I'm trying not to get too distracted by it.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't really thought about this, but I guess I might go with snowboarding.
Yeah.
Just because snowboarding's always interested me anyway. And this is coming from someone who's, I mean, I've lived a year of my life in somewhere where it snowed. I grew up here in Florida.
How would you ever even begin training for this?
But yeah, like I think I've always imagined, like, oh, if I could, you know, be somewhere where it snowed more often, I'd try snowboarding probably before skiing. Snowboarding's always been kind of interesting, maybe because I've always done skateboarding before. So
Right.
Yeah.
I can see that.
so yeah, probably snowboarding.
And would you do snowboarding like freestyle on the pipe, or would you do it freestyle down the mountain, the slalom kind of thing, or would you race the slalom down the mountain?
Asking me complicated questions.
There's different types of snowboarding. I'm just curious. Like, are you more for the speed, or for the style, or for the freelance of like what's your game on
Probably what you said, downhill.
The downhill slalom.
Probably
to actually race, because there's a couple ways they do it too. There's like singular racing, and then they do it where you have like 6 people and it's just balls to the wall and they're all just racing as fast as they can on this mountain. It's insane.
I don't know.
Of which that's coming up next week, and I cannot wait because I do love watching that one.
Yeah,
it is exciting to watch. You're like, God damn! Oh, he fell. Oh, you're taking another one. Like, you can't not like get into it. It's exciting. Sorry.
Yeah. Probably not so
not
much like half. No, like not so much half pipe and.
Okay.
Kind of, you know, again, comparing it to skateboarding, I think I've always been more interested in like longboarding, skateboarding. Okay. So yeah, probably.
Cool.
Downhill, I guess.
So real quick, I will give the medal standings update because we haven't even talked about that. So right now, I'm going to go with the top 6. So 6 is France, and they have a total of 5 medals. Then the United States is number 5 with a total of 6 medals. Germany comes in at number 9, which isn't surprising because they usually do quite well when they win Olympics. And I'm saying that historically they are ridiculously. They're actually looking at I think Germany, the country, was looking at getting into over their 200th medal some point in time this Winter Olympics. It will happen officially. And like, that's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, Canada's at number 3 with 10. The Netherlands at number 2 with 10. So they're kind of tied, basically. I think the only thing that put the Netherlands over is they've had more gold. And then Norway is number 1 with 11 medals thus far. So yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to go back to opening ceremony. Norway comes in.
That's pretty, right?
They're pretty people.
Oh, wait. Who was the flag bearer that David liked? She's from Austria? Where was she from? I forget.
Yeah, I think it was Austria.
Did she have dark hair?
She had dark hair, but light eyes.
Yeah.
She was
like
hot.
These crystal blue eyes. I was like, oh.
I know it. She killed.
Good for you, chick.
Yeah.
Anna Veith, I think.
Look at you.
I mean, I don't know her name. I don't know anything.
You were correct, sir.
Taliba.
What?
She was pretty.
Yeah, she was.
She was very stunning.
So my sister had lived in Austria for several years, and my nephew still lives there. And all I think I was just like, that's what's running around over there.
That's what hangs out.
That's what's hanging out at the local pub.
In the European countries. Okay. I can't hate on it. It's nice over there.
It's like, oh, look at them.
Let's see. So did you watch the women's snowboarding for the half pipe yesterday?
I did not.
I missed it. For the airing last night on TV, but I caught up on it today. And let me tell you, this sweet girl.
Is this one of the 17-year-olds?
Yes.
Okay.
What's her first name? Kim?
Chloe Kim?
Chloe Kim.
Yes. I did. You know what? I didn't watch it, but I saw, the report after.
Let me tell you, this girl comes out, and honestly, she basically, not to sound cocky, but she could just come out and be like, okay, guys, look, just a heads up. I'm going to own this. So, basically, don't stress about it because you're just not going to get this. She comes out on her first of 3 runs and busts out a 93.6. Her run was insanity flawless. Like, she was doing things that I don't think some of the guys have even figured out how to do yet. And it was just like, holy crap. She then basically did the second run just kind of half-assed. She kind of was like, it's cool, I owned it. Like, the first run knocked her into gold contention. It was like, if anybody can catch up to this, that'd be insane. Her second run, she just had fun with. She was just like, I'm having a good time. And she was on the third one. And again, I think she just was like, I'm just going to have fun. She starts busting it out again.
I love it.
On the third run. Beats her score on the first run at 96 point something. I was like, girl, You had it in the bag.
Yeah.
You already had gold, and you went out there just to be like, you know what? Watch this.
Yeah.
And she
just show the fuck out. Why not?
It was just No, it was just flawless. Like she was just, I don't know. Like she seemed so comfortable at the same time. Like watching her do her tricks. She did. I want to say it's a 1080, and it was just like, oh my god, girl! Like she just seemed like that. Yep, I do this. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what I want for dinner tonight. Like you could tell she's like that comfortable in what she was doing. And she finishes it and everybody was like, oh my God, she's got to at least tie what she did. And then she beat her first run. And it was like, so she had gold in the bag the moment she walked on the mountain yesterday. Like the moment. Yeah. I was like, you go, girl.
Just coming in and claiming it.
She did. She totally did. The only downside is there was another snowboarder who it's going to be for USA, and it's her last Olympics, and she didn't, I don't think she got in. I think she got into the finals, but she didn't even get into contention. But we did have another girl, USA snowboarder, she got bronze. So, and I'm sure it's Eileen, or I can't think of her name. I should pull this up. But no, yeah, you got to, if anything, watch the highlights from her runs, because it was like, she just seems so comfortable, and it just was so beautiful. And like, it's crazy to be like, snowboarding tricks are beautiful on the pipe, but she really, like, you're watching like,
and she's 17, so it's only
17. She's almost 18, but
okay,
yeah, like she hasn't even gone to college yet. It is. It's totally the beginning for her. Yeah. And it was funny because her dad was in the audience, and her dad. So I saw in the interview, her dad came to the United States from Korea in '98. Wow. She was born in 2000. And he is so adorably cute and so proud of her. And you could see it. Like he's just really cute and kind of choked up, but he's also just so proud. So he's like, I can't get choked up. Yeah. I'm so happy for my daughter. And we're Americans, and this is what we do. Like you could tell he's so happy to be an American, but still come from Korea and still have his lineage. But you could tell he was just like, my daughter is here in Korea, and she's winning for Team USA. Like we are USA, we are American. Like I'm just like, God, you're so cute. Yeah. You're so proud of your baby girl. And he had to sign up. He had a little homemade sign that he made for her. It was so cute. I was like, that's a daddy. He's representing. He's so proud of his baby. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's what I love to see. Yeah. I love seeing
those
that.
are the stories that are just they get you.
It like, is
Olympics.
It's good stuff. So yeah, we have a lot still coming up though, right?
I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's still so much more snowboarding coming up, a lot more skiing, because we're still only halfway through week 1. Sorry, I'm watching Shaun White comparing his hits on his first run for tonight, and it's
look at
that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This could be a tight run for him. Anyways, the Olympics, there's still so much to go. Obviously, we have team bobsledding, which I cannot wait for.
Yes.
I love watching team bobsledding. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. I think it's just the camaraderie they have to deal with each other. Like they all have their own specific jobs inside the sled, but at the same time, they're all at the same goal. So I don't know. I love it. I love watching it.
Yes.
And again, I sit there and I go, and I love. This is what I do. I know.
It's
I
so
turn back into like my old little child.
I know. I love it. I love to watch the transformation.
But let's see what else is going to happen. I don't know. There's just it's hard because I feel like I really enjoy all Olympics, summer and winter, and I feel like winter gets hated on a lot. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't have the same love for it, but I enjoy it. I still think these people are busting their ass to do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
And they're going after their dreams. Like, I don't know. Kudos to them.
Absolutely. And then I think about there's some little kid somewhere in the world that's watching this like, oh, maybe I can do that too.
Right.
Am I cheesy like that? I know.
No, but the thing is like, and you see that happen. Like, there's literally people that show up for their first Olympics.
Yeah. And
somebody that they watched 3 or 4 Olympics ago is with them.
Yeah.
On the team or coaching them.
For sure.
And they're like, do you understand? You're what started me down this path. You're my person that I followed. And that happens all the time. And I'm like, oh God, that would just kill me. That's like the last summer, like in Rio, when there were swimmers that were like, I was 6 years old, Michael Phelps, and you encouraged me, and now here I am swimming on Team USA with you. Like, your head explodes. Like, who doesn't love that?
Can I tell you that I saw him, Michael Phelps, a couple weeks ago.
In
person.
He's such a tall dude.
He looks freakishly
Gangly.
and just hands like huge and
Like a
feet
face.
they were like flippers. It's not a surprise to me that he can swim so fast.
Right.
I was just like, good gosh, you were born to be like that. You were born to swim incredibly
This is
fast.
clearly what you were supposed to do.
You are a human fish. But very sweet. He's very sweet.
Well, and he's expecting another kid, isn't he? Yeah, expecting number 2, I think. So yeah, he'll have little sharks in the water soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Anywho, listen, we're gonna wrap this up because this is just kind of the whole first week of the Olympics, and maybe we'll come back and we'll wrap it up after the Olympics are all finished with our final thoughts on things. But listen, people, if you get the chance to, watch it, it's on NBC Sports every evening, and during the middle of the day, it's on randomly on NBC Sports. You can download the apps. If you already have cable providers, you can log in and watch stuff, watch reruns. If you miss things, you can rewatch stuff. It's awesome. You can like program it to highlight just specific athletes that you want to watch. Like they have it so insane now. It's nuts.
That's brilliant.
It is. It totally is. There's still so much going on, though. We still have more in bobsled, more in curling, more in figure skating, more in hockey.
I was going to say, can we edit out the curling?
Right. Hockey is still going to be competing till the bitter end because it takes a while to get everything kind of whittled down on both sides, men and women's. And women's, again, women's USA hockey, we're doing good.
Love it.
I'm so proud of us. Yeah, there's still more in snowboarding. There's still more in so much skiing. There's still freestyle skiing, which hasn't happened yet because they're still finishing up some of the moguls and other things. And I don't know. It's one of the things like I always enjoy watching. Oh my God, Shaun White's killing it. Dear Jesus, he's losing his shit. I think we might have just missed the run of his life. He is
I
excited.
watch it now. What you guys are doing?
I'm doing a podcast. Anyways, listen, people, get out, watch the Olympics, enjoy it, cheer on whatever country that you want to support. You cheer for them because these people have done spectacular things with their lives, and they've come so far to get to this point, and they've worked so hard for it. So, anyways, you guys have any more final thoughts for currently where we are on the Olympics? No.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Look at that. I'm sorry. We're watching it now.
We're watching Shaun White do amazing things in the air. Don't mind us.
That's crazy.
Anyways.
How much
White.
longer do we have? With
the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, when the finals are? Oh, gosh, we still have this coming weekend and all next week and then final ceremonies. So we have until, I want to say February 26th is closing ceremonies.
Wait, that far off?
That's 2 weeks.
Yeah, you get
2 whole weeks of the Olympics, baby. 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Wow, where have you been?
Okay.
Yeah, no, it goes for a while.
I didn't realize.
Shaun White, one of my top 5 gingers of all time.
All right, so count them all down. Who are the others?
She has a list.
I do have a list.
Yeah, closing ceremonies is Sunday, February 25th.
Well, look at that.
Huh.
Huh. All right.
And we still have ways to go, man. There's still more Olympics ahead.
That's cool.
You're like, I can't believe they're going to have more sports. I can tell right now. You're like, there's more sports happening? Look at that score. Shaun White.
Do it.
Oh, final run. He's in first.
Yep.
Son of a gun. We might have gold again, kids. This might be happening.
Yep.
Magic is happening right now. This is what we're talking about. Anyways, any final thoughts?
No, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
No, it's our pleasure. Glad you were able to come hang out with us and talk nerdy Olympics talk.
It's my pleasure.
All right, so with that, everybody, we're going to sign out. Remember, you can listen to us on basically anything that streams, music and movies and other things like that for the most part. Leave us some feedback. We love to hear from you. We'll give you some shout outs on another show maybe. And with that, I am Michelle Hillard, and I have my guest here, Miss Deirdre Wynn. And then show producing for today is Mr. David Lodge.
Hey.
Or I'm sure we'll have notes from me after.
What?
No.
David Caruso's my number 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Number 3 ginger.
Nice. Okay. Oh, she's working on it. We're going to come
All
back
right.
to this. We'll have a bonus to the bonus. All right. Anyways, everybody have a lovely evening. Thanks, and thanks for listening. Good night.